This gear is called the Skeleton King's Sword. Clicking normally swings the sword. Pressing W twice and then clicking performs a spinning attack. The sword deals either 25 or 56.25 damage per hit, with a 1 in 2 chance of severing the body part it touches, and if the body part severed is a head or a torso, you heal the amount of initial damage dealt. For more information, keep watching. The Skeleton King's sword looks like a sword made of bone. The blade is rectangular with a blunt tip, reddish-brown at the edges, and connected to the hilt by a segment of spine at its center. The grip of the sword resembles a segment of cylindrical, polished spine, and the bottom of the pommel is cone-shaped. On the face and back of the guard is a symbol which resembles an animal skull, and extending from each side are 3 spikes. The upper 2 spikes on each side of the guard curve upward, while the bottom spikes curve downward. The middle spikes each have 4 additional spikes attached to them, which point away from the base of the blade. When in use, the sword appears held in your character's hand. It's around as tall as your character. The tool is sold for 1,000 Robux and has the horror genre. Its attribute is melee, and the description says, "This sword features 3 unique swings and a spin move. Tap W twice and left click, each of which has a 20% chance of cracking an enemy's joints." As if that wasn't enough, each attack has a 22% chance of being critical, 2.25x damage. Normal attacks do 25 damage, landing critical attacks at about 56. Bone has never been so dangerous. The in-game icon is a tilted image of the tool. It has no tooltip. When equipped, your cursor changes to the target symbol, and when unequipped, your cursor changes to the reloading target symbol. Like most gear, the Skeleton King's sword is droppable. The general purpose of this gear is to damage characters you hit with it. Any humanoid who touches the sword that is not you will be affected. First, after 0.15 seconds, they will take damage. There is a 50% chance they will take 25 points of damage, and a 50% chance the impact will be critical, dealing 56.25 points of damage. Then, after another 0.15 seconds, if they do not have a force field, there is a 50% chance the part of their character that was hit will be severed. If the sword severs a base part named head or torso, your character will heal a number of health points equal to the correlating impact damage. If the impact was regular, you will heal 25 health points. If it was critical, you will heal 56.25 health points. Whenever the sword touches a target or heals your character, a number will appear from the head of the target it hits. Regular impacts are represented with an orange 25, critical impacts are represented with a red 56, and healing is represented with a number 9001, which matches the correlating impact number in color. There are 2 ways you can control the sword. For the first, click with it equipped. This will swing the sword with a 0.25 second cooldown. For the second, press the W key twice within 0.2 seconds, and then click within 0.2 seconds. Doing so will perform a spin attack, spinning your character around counterclockwise with the sword held outward. This spin attack lasts for 4.2 seconds, and has a 2-second cooldown. During the time the sword is being spun or on cooldown, your cursor will change to the reloading target symbol, and you are unable to perform any additional swings or spin attacks. If you kill a player and the game you are playing has KOs, you will earn one. The sword cannot deal damage to targets with force fields. However, damage numbers will still appear from their characters. When the tool is first equipped, an invisible secondary sword is attached to the left arm of whoever first equips it. This secondary sword is purely for visual effect, and it turns visible whenever the tool's spin move is being used. Unfortunately, if your character is R15, the secondary sword will not be created properly, and the animations will not work as intended. However, even if your character is R6, the secondary sword does not appear to work properly. It will not disappear when the tool is unequipped, and even if it's destroyed, the tool will not create another one. So is the Skeleton King's sword worth getting? I believe so. Although it's not as powerful as the Skeleton Scythe, which costs 400 less Robux, its healing ability can be extremely useful in melee combat. On top of this, and similar to the Skeleton Scythe, the sword can instantly kill any target if it's able to sever a vital body part, such as a head or part of their torso, making it a powerful melee weapon in general. If you have any other gear you want me to review, let me know in the comments. That is all for this review. Bye.